let me ask you something. What's it going to take for you to continue to buy Arcade1up products?
Modern and retro gaming and new here on Mode.
What's going on, ladies and gents? It's your boy MikeOfAllTrades. Coming at you today with a video that I've been thinking about for a long time. First things first, if you like what you see, you know what I'm saying, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're not, and turn those notifications as we make our way to 2K. But yo, without further ado, let's get into it. So, we know Arcade1up. We know them as a company. We know the things that they've been doing, the products they've been producing, from actual three-quarter scale arcades to countercades to even the Infinity gaming table, or even the Mickey Mouse headed big joystick, or the one where Retro Ralph was like, you know what I'm saying, was with the Pac-Man, and y'all know the image. I'm not pulling it up. Y'all can Google it, right? But yo, they produce a variety of products. Some are great, and then some of them flop. I'm looking at you, Mega Man TV plug-in, an arcade plug-in that was able to be jailbroken and hacked and loaded with a bunch of games. I'm looking at you with the boomerang controller. We didn't forget about you. We definitely didn't forget about you. But with the announcement of the Pro Series and the continuation of the three-quarter scale line, I started thinking to myself, I'm like, hey, self, what would be good for Arcade1up to do next? You know, and this isn't just an Arcade1up thing. This could be any company. So, as always, chat, got a list. And I have a list of things that I think that Arcade1up should either look into or things that they should provide. So, let's start with different cabinet styles, right? The different styles of cabinets that they can put out. Now, Arcade1up is currently putting out three-quarter scale cabinets. As I mentioned before, they're putting out the Pro Series, starting with Killer Instinct, and Golden Tee got leaked, and there's still speculation on what the other two are going to be for the first year, the first quarter. It's early when I'm recording this, sorry. But what about variety? I'm a firm believer that variety is the spice of life, and doing things differently and having the ability to do things differently might separate you from the pack, right? And so maybe they should do different styles of cabinets. So people talked about, like, you know what I'm saying, cabinets. Maybe they do a cabaret. I don't know if that's something that they can actually, like, probably get away with, but I'll have images of a cabaret cabinet up now so you guys can see what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? That's one option. I think that's more what you would put more of your Pac-Man. Yeah, I kind of roll my eyes when I said that, right? But that's more like what you put your Pac-Mans and your Galagas and stuff like that in. You know what I mean? Those kind of cabinets are for that. Me personally, I'd like to see a candy cab. I think a candy cab would be great. For those who don't know what candy cabs are, candy cabinets are usually what you see, you know what I'm saying, you see these in Japan, and there's some here in the States. They're like little small form factor cabinets that you sit down at, so RGT85 would instantly be in love with it, right? You know what I'm saying? But it's one whole panel, and you have the ability, some of them are separate, and then some of them are back to back, you know, so you can do like head-to-head cabinets. And before you guys say, well, without a riser, we can already sit at them. Yes, that's true. But you have to remember, they're the three-quarter scale cabinets. They're treating them like they're full-size cabinets. So you have two panels, etc., etc. You know what I mean, for two players. Whereas a candy cab is designed to be one big panel, one lone panel for you to play. And the cool thing about candy cabs is you can load it up. You know what I'm saying? You can not put whatever you want to, but like I said, they're mainly used for like fighting games, you know. So they love abusing Street Fighter, so why not abuse it one more time and put out a candy cab with Street Fighter, or maybe a new iteration, like put on the Alpha series or the Street Fighter 3 series, you know. With the candy cab, you could also put things on there like Marvel vs. Capcom 2, or Tekken, or hell, even Dragon Ball fighting games. There's an arcade in my state called Round 1. Matter of fact, CT Jason did a video on it at the time recording. He did the video on it yesterday. in his Papa Brad style shout out video, and he showed candy cabs, and that's what we're talking about. Hell, they can even brand them candy canes. You know what I'm saying? But the only thing with the candy cane is a candy cab. Look, I'm already calling them candy canes. The only thing with a candy cab is that you need to have the room for it. You know, imagine essentially a 3/4 scale arcade on the floor with a 1-player panel, bigger, a little slanted back screen, you know, speakers up here and whatever else. Now imagine that back to back, because that was the functionality of the candy cabinets, where, you know, the person you're competing with doesn't have to be next to you, so they can't, like, you know what I'm saying? Because back in the day, you know, cats were grimy, like, real talk. And anybody who played in any fighting game tournaments, whatever, yo, or, you know what I'm saying, or had grudge matches in the arcade, y'all know how cats got when they were whamming the buttons or whatever else, you know what I'm saying? And then somebody be kind of greasy and then throw a shoulder, or not shoulder, but throw an elbow. Wait, that didn't happen where y'all were from? Well, where I'm from, that happened. Okay, cats would lean in and, you know, whatever else, and then try to blame it on the inputs because they were excited. But candy cabs eliminate that. They're back to back. You know what I mean? So, also honorable mention for a sit-down driving cabinet. Yes, I know they have one, but they could be way better. I think just attaching a wheel and just putting a little stool out is okay. I mean, when I say a full cabinet, I mean like a full one body, and even if they cost a bunch of money. Anyway, whatever. The second thing that I feel they need to do is bring some different game titles. I think that goes without saying. I think that's common knowledge at this point. At this point, you have to be like, well, yeah, they're gonna bring more titles. Because you say that, but then think about the announcement that they had at CES, right? And the only thing they announced at CES that was new, and it wasn't even new, but the only thing that they showed was new, was the Pro Series. We've already got a Midway cabinet. All they did was add Mortal Kombat 3 and Clax. There's already like 14 versions of Pac-Man. And there's another iteration of the Atari Legacy cabinet and the Centipede cabinet. And Killer Instinct Pro Series. So they haven't announced anything new. Yes, people were, you know what I'm saying, people were digging, and, you know, it was shown that there's a track and field stool. So the Randy's record leaks that, you know what I'm saying, myself, Console Kids, Qualified Critics, like, everybody, like, covered that story. Like, literally everybody covered that story. Some of the games are starting to show up and come to fruition. So you got what, track and field and whatever else they're putting on that, right? But you need different game titles, and you need different game titles from different franchises to appear on these cabinets. So you need, like, you know what I'm saying, it's time to start really kind of giving the people what they want. You know, doing the Q-Birds, giving them Tekken. I picked in my mouth when I said that. Give them Tekken. Yo, give me Bucky O'Hare. Do it, you won't, cowards. Give me Bucky O'Hare. Give me Time Crisis. Give the people House of the Dead. That's what they want. Give them Daytona. Give them that. You know what I mean? Like, give them titles that are going to get them excited. You know what I mean? And speaking of game titles, let's talk about game types, right? Let's stop doing fighters and beat 'em ups, and, you know what I mean, Pac-Man. Like, yo, like, if you're gonna do different games, like, you do different versions of that. Like, Pac-Man Versus would be great. Do a Pac-Man Versus cocktail table. If you've never played Pac-Man Versus, it's a 4-player game. You know what I mean? It's currently out in arcades and whatever else, and it's amazing. And I can imagine, since it runs Killer Instinct, I don't think it would have a problem with that. And Pac-Man Versus is a cabinet that I would actually want to own, because that game gets a little hectic, you know? Let's branch out a little bit. Let's reach for the stars. Microsoft owns Activision now. Well, they'll own them by June of 2023. Let's get Guitar Hero the arcade. Let's get some of that. Let's do some, well, Beat Mania. People want Beat Mania, but I don't think it would last that long, considering it's Beat Mania and you have to actually, you know, beat on stuff. But, you know, DDR cabinet. Stuff like that's doable. Give people variety. Give me variety. That's what I want. You know what I'm saying? The last and final thing that Arcade1up shouldn't tap into, but I think some people will be happy about it. Dig and dive and delve into the niche market. You know, it's crazy how many people you wouldn't even think would go out and they would actually buy a 3/4 scale claw machine, or, you know what I'm saying, or a candy dispenser, or even a jukebox. You know what I mean? No, I didn't say anything about you. And there's my arcade dick for the day. But seriously, offer niche products. I'm not saying, build a 3/4 scale change machine, because that's silly. And I'm not saying build a vending machine, because that's also silly. But a 3/4 scale claw machine and a 3/4 scale like candy dispenser, like a candy claw machine or something like that, or even a dispenser with like gumballs or whatever, that's something that you can do. I think that's something that people would probably like to have in their game room. You know, Best Buy sells versions of these things, and they're all right, but they're still kind of small. You know, smaller popcorn machines and things of that nature. But it's crazy because some people would legitimately go crazy for a 3/4 scale popcorn machine. Like, I'm not even kidding, because 3/4 scale still in that size and makes popcorn. Like, it's almost a no-brainer. You know, it's silly. Yes. Do I think it's silly? Yeah, because, bro, we just want popcorn. I'm gonna just go pop some Pop Secret in the microwave with some Skinny Pop, because I have to eat Skinny Pop. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like, those are the kind of things that they should do. You know, step away, get out your comfort zone. Like, this is year 3 going. We're in year 3 going into year 4, right? It's kind of time to step out of the comfort zone. You know, you sold millions of cabinets, and yeah, that's cool. But the people want more. I want more. But let me know what you guys think. Are my thoughts out of left field? Are they scrambled? Are you kind of like, yeah, no, I don't want any of that? Or are you of the mind frame, a claw machine? That'd be pretty dope. Let me know in the comments below. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Y'all, MikeOfAllTrades. Make sure to do all the things, and I'll catch you on the next one. Later. Thank you guys for watching. If you like what you saw, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're not, and turn those notifications on the way out. And if you really like the content, feel free to hit that join button. You get emotes, badges, and supports the channel even more. Thanks.